Hello once again, everybody. It's Lou with the Tiltify team, bringing you another amazing community member from the Tiltify family who really makes an incredible impact and honestly makes me so hungry by the end of his broadcasts. I'm proud to introduce Chef Steve to the Tiltify Community Spotlight. Steve, this is
Hello.
amazing. So
yeah, you were talking about me making you hungry. I suggest that you always have a snack before you watch. That is what I found works best, because it seems like, half hour, 45 minutes into whatever we're doing, everybody's like, oh God, I am so hungry. This is, I got to go get some food. So they got to step away. But if you bring food prior, you can make it the whole stream.
Okay. That's pro tip. That's Chef Steve pro tip. Well, let's dive into that. Like, you are a content creator on Twitch, and your content it's kind of unique. Like,
it's definitely different.
I don't know too many people.
There's three that I've known of.
Okay.
So some of my biggest influences before I started streaming from the food trucks. We have food trucks here in Cleveland, Ohio, called Smoke and Rock and Roll. And on Twitch, most people learn about Twitch through gaming, friends, stuff like that, right? And that's how I found Twitch about 6 years ago. But there was some really cool people that do what I do from a food truck. It's Me Salty is an original Twitch partner for a long time now, and Grub Truckers. John and his crew do amazing jobs on Twitch as well from the food truck. And then Salty doesn't do food truck stuff anymore. He got rid of his food truck. So really, I think it's just me and Grub Truckers right now that are streaming from a food truck. So.
Yeah, and so you had the food truck prior to being a streamer, I assume, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How have you seen any sort of increase in like activity just because of your presence on Twitch?
Oh, 100%. So Twitch has been such a blessing to give me the platform to get the business out there, I guess, but also like inspire people through food. Food is relatable no matter what, right? We all have to eat. We all have so many memories associated with food. So, having the barbecue business on Twitch lets us reach a lot more people. And I probably cried so many times last year. I had people fly from Tennessee, drive from Tennessee, Dallas, Texas, fly like California, drive from all over, 8, 10, 12 hours drives, 2-day flight. Like, people have just shown up because of Twitch in Cleveland, Ohio at the food truck, got to experience Cleveland, got to try my meat. And, it's just been such a blessing, like being able to hit the button, do what I love to do, raise money along the way, and then like get to meet all our community, not all, but most of the community that can make it. We have the blessing of Twitch is there's so many people overseas and stuff all over the world, right? And there's a lot of people that can't get here, especially now because of the pandemic and things like that. But, I love it, and it's totally changed my life. Originally, like I said, I started gaming about 4 or 5 years ago on Twitch, and I was a part of gaming communities. And then I found food and drink, and then it changed my life. And now my main goal is to help grow food and drink, help raise awareness about Tiltify, and raise awareness about charity and how easy it is. And that's kind of what we're doing.
One of the themes that I talk to a lot of content creators about is how you build your community. Mm-hmm. And so you describe how you've built your community and how you've kind of you've ramped it up. Like, you've done something just recently huge. To be like, this is the community that I want to see in my space. How did you go about doing that?
So, the first thing I tell people is always be yourself. And that was one thing when I started this community that I always wanted to do. And I've learned, I was blessed enough to be around some amazing communities on Twitch before I started to stream and do that, right? So I think the first thing you need to do is learn community, see what it takes, what it's all about, right? And, the biggest thing as a streamer is always be yourself. I preach that. And I never look at numbers. Like, I don't have a view count. I don't have any of that, because what that does is that, like, if you focus on that, you might change, you might act a little different. And So I don't look at numbers, and I always try to be myself and just share what I have. And what I have is passion. I'm knowledgeable. I definitely cry a lot, but that is my passion. Like I get so overwhelmed with emotions, you know, during a normal stream, charity stream. It doesn't matter what kind of stream. Like anybody that I always like to say, if you invest any kind of time into what I'm doing, I can't thank you enough for that. And by you coming into the stream, even if it's 1 minute, 5 minutes, every stream, you know, every couple months, whenever it is, I'm forever grateful. That you want to, time is so important, and you want to share some of your time with me, and what we're doing in our community means a lot, you know. So I just always try to be myself, and don't look at numbers, and just do what I normally do. You know, that's all you can do. Don't try to be anything different.
Right. I think that you nailed it. And I think that we've been on your streams and have seen you be emotional. And I think there's an authenticity to that, like what you're doing really means a lot to you, and your community reciprocates, and that that's what we love to see. And
I love to tell people that, you know, like if you're yourself and you're genuine, your community's going to follow, man. Like they can tell if you're real or you're not, you know. They can tell, like, if you're really passionate about what you're trying to maybe raise money for, or what you're passionate about, how to try to grow your community, you know. They can see through all the stuff. And, you know, what I always like to say is, like, what's going to get that person to stop on your stream? You know, there's so many other places they can hang out as they're scrolling through, however they found you, either through food and drink or a recommendation page or whatever it is. Like, what is going to get them to stop? And if you're there, you're not talking. Like, you know, a lot of times, like, if you're looking at the numbers and you know there's nobody in chat, most of the time, if you notice, streamers don't really talk, right? Like, well, there's nobody in chat, why should I talk? Well, then how are they going to stop?
Right.
You know, so I just never shut up, man. I'm always myself, and I cry a lot. But, you know, also having a barbecue food truck kind of makes it a little easier for people to stop. They're like, oh, this is cool. Oh, is that a brisket? Oh, is that a smoker? What is he doing? You know, like, so I already have it lucky. And then another thing I like to, another thing that's different in my journey on Twitch to compare to most of the food and drink streamers is I get to stream from a business. So I'm blessed in that way. I don't have to spend $100, $200 a week on groceries, and that adds up $8,000 a month. Some of these Twitch streamers pay just to be able to stream 4 or 5 days a week, you know?
Right.
And I'm fortunate I don't have to spend money on that. The business, you know, I just go on my food truck and do my thing, try to educate. We smoke, we trim. We do an awesome thing there for channel points every Friday. It's called Free for All Friday, and you can redeem your channel points, come up with a special for the food truck. We vote for it on Saturday, and then the following Friday I'll run it. So that we vote on, it's called Free for All Friday. We vote on Saturday because it's the last day of the week on the streams. And then the following Friday, if you win on Saturday, your special's on the food truck. And we had, we streamed from April till November last year. Every Friday was a special from somebody on Twitch. And the customers in Cleveland were loving it because, so cool. You know, we always have our brisket, our pork, our smoked chicken, our ribs, our wings, all that stuff. But we were getting people coming in on Fridays to be like, well, what do you got next? And then we were getting people signing up to Twitch to vote. You know, some of these customers from Cleveland just found out about Twitch, and then we're getting on there voting on Free for All Friday. And then some of their stuff even made it, you know, and it's a cool way to get the community involved, let you get your idea on the truck. And I always like to say it inspires. So we have a section on my website for Free for All Friday, and it has every Free for All Friday special that's been created, that's won, whatever it is on the website. So I always like to tell people, if you don't know what to cook on stream that day, or you guys have a little mind block on what to make for dinner that night, like, you can always check out the website, go to the Free for All Friday page, and just scroll through the hundreds of things and just read it and be like, yo, I have basil in my fridge, or that sounds amazing, or, you know, and it's really cool. And it's all from the community. And that's, you know, the most important thing on Twitch is the community, right? Hands down. So
I think that one of the things I love about your stream is that a lot of people have the misconception of digital fundraising and charitable fundraising on a platform like Twitch or YouTube, is that you have to be a gamer, right? Or you have to be like a huge name just to get the numbers, but that's not the case for you. Like,
no.
People drop 100%. Into, like, if you're fundraising for St. Jude, but you fundraise for several other charities as well. But St. Jude is definitely one of your larger fundraising
it's the one that's
campaigns.
inspired me the most. It's the one that I took to the most. Yeah.
So for somebody who has, you have a growing and up and coming community and channel, but you still manage to pull in some impressive numbers when it comes to fundraising. What is that like? How do you do it without gaming?
I like to tell everybody, it doesn't matter the size of your community, it matters the size of your hearts, and you can have a small community. Most of the food and drink streamers on Twitch are a small community. That's why my mission is to just not shut up basically about food and drink and how important everybody on food and drink is. There's so many amazing streamers out there. And if you look at the Twitch metrics for food and drink, we're in like number 100. That means like PUBG is even still a game. Like that's better than Twitch food and drink. I don't see how that's possible in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So like my idea is to preach to the world how much good we're doing on food and drink, how many amazing communities there are, and how great and how much money we're raising for different kind of charities. And all these different charities are because of the people at Tiltify. That makes it easier for us to choose all these different ones, that might take well with our communities or whatever, like our passion, right? And so for me, as a smaller community, we average anywhere between 75 and 150 people probably in the stream at all times, right? And that's not that big of a community compared to the thousands that some people draw in, right? But look at the money that we've raised, and that tells you if you're knowledgeable about what you're raising money for and you believe in what you're raising money for, your community will also believe and follow and share that with you, and not only by you educating yourself, you're educating the community, and they kind of like can relate a little bit more with you if you do that. They can tell that you're taking the extra steps, and that's how doesn't matter the size, it just matters the passion that you have and how much work. What you put in is what you're going to get out. You feel me? So if you're barely putting anything in for your charity runs, you're probably not going to get much out, and that's fine. Like every dollar matters. It doesn't matter the size of the streamer you are, how much you raise, even if you don't raise. Like just you being there, you retweeting it, whatever, you talking about it is just as important as raising money. But raising money is the ultimate goal here, to help. But you can still help without having to raise money or without having to donate. There's numerous ways.
Right. So what's a standard like call to action for you to call out to your community? Do you have to do much to motivate them to donate?
No, I just be myself, like I said. And this year we started a stream team. So what I noticed last year is I raised a little over 40,000 last year with our little community for St. Jude, Starlight Children's Foundation, and Able Gamers. And those are three that mean a lot to me because I am a gamer, and nobody deserves not to be able to game, because that provides hours of entertainment, for people that are disabled, for sick children, whatever it may be. Video games is a big part of our lives, and it can let kids be kids still. So those are the three things that mostly I raise money for. But I started after last year. We raised $40,000. I wanted to do something different this year. And I've noticed that we could raise a lot more money, but there's a lot of people, like you were saying earlier, that are just like nervous, don't know how to go about it, never streamed before, feel that they don't have a big community, feel like they're not even going to be, what's the point? And so what I did this year is January 1st, I started a stream team called Good Cause Crusaders. And what it is it, for me, it's a place for people that felt that way, like they don't have a place to belong, or maybe nobody is helping me, or I don't even know how to begin to do it, right? So the team this year was for those kind of people. Now we do have other people that have raised money for Tiltify before and done a bunch of cool stuff for charities before that are on the team as well. But mostly my goal this year was, if I'm going to beat my $40,000 number from last year, I can't do it alone. And I need help. And what I want, and this team inspires. We have over 50 people now, and I get in Discord every night, almost every night, and I'm helping new people sign up, go through your Tiltify to do the overlays and the banners, and just showing people, we're educating people on what to do and how to raise money. And it doesn't matter how big you are or how small you are. And we're making people feel welcomed, and that's all you can do. And then if that helps raise even $1, then we win, and if it helps people feel welcomed, then we win. And the more people we can get to do this, the better it's going to be. Positivity is always going to outweigh the negative, and there's always going to be the negative trying to get in there, right? But if we get more positive out there in the world, we'll get rid of this negative.
No, I love that, and absolutely appreciate the power that you are imbuing within your community. That's how Tiltify is successful. Is we're successful because of communities like yours who take this platform and say, let's make some significant change, because you have a platform, you have a community, and you're using your energy to change the world. And
you hear it all the time. We're given this platform, but what are you going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the biggest streamer out there. We got partnered last year, and that's amazing and everything, but that partner wasn't the end for me. As a Twitch streamer, you get that check mark. You're like, most streamers finally we made it. Well, to me, it was like, okay, cool. Now the work starts,
right.
And it was hard to get that. Trust me, that's not easy. But now it's now the work starts. What am I going to do with it? How am I going to make it shine almost, right? So I'm going to use that check mark to maybe get interviews like this, or to get on Twitch front page, or to do whatever I got to do, to try to raise awareness about what we're doing, not only with Good Cause Crusaders, but on Twitch Food and Drink, more than anything. Twitch is a great place, but Food and Drink is my home, it's my heart. And there's so many other amazing streamers out there that don't get credit because maybe they're smaller or whatever it is, but they're just doing great stuff with food, community, whatever it may be. It's such a great place to hang out and get away from all the whatever else you got going on outside, that when you can come into your house from a long day or whatever, you can hop on a food and drink stream and just be inspired on what to cook that night, or be inspired by the community on telling you how amazing you are, and whatever it is, right? That's my favorite thing about Food and Drink is we are 100% one big community. It's not just a bunch of streamers, it's one big community. So.
I've noticed that, and I that's what I like. I've kind of crept through different Food and Drink streams before, and inevitably I'll see your name pop up in chat. I'm
everywhere.
And that's important. It's important.
I'm in every channel, man. I got 4 monitors in front of me, and all of them got multiple streams up. And that's what I do. And that's how you grow, but that's how you inspire, and that's how you let people know you care. That's another thing. Not only being yourself, not watching the numbers or whatever, but do your research, do the work, go hang out in the communities, get to know the communities, and share. And then before you know it, you guys are all one big family, right?
Absolutely. No, being authentic is a powerful tool, and people will know if you're, like you said, if you're being yourself, and very quick.
100%.
So you said you wanted to break last year's goal. What's the goal for 2021?
So this year's goal, putting together the new charity stream team, Good Cause Crusaders. Anybody can be a part of it. All they got to do is message me either on Discord or on my website, chefsteve330.tv, whatever it is, message me. And I'm helping everybody sign up. But the goal this year was $100,000, because why did we choose 100,000? Honestly, I don't really. My goal was going to be 50,000. And then one of my biggest inspirations, strugglebus_TV, he is a non-monetary Twitch channel, which there's not enough of those. Twitch doesn't do enough for those kind of channels, in my opinion. Now, Twitch gives them the platform to be them, but also there's so many non-monetary channels out there that are raising money for kids. Strugglebus's charity, Strugglebus's channel has raised over $50,000 for St. Jude. And he's a non-monetary channel. You know what that means? That means you get no emotes, you get no biddies, you get no hype trains, you get no nothing. He doesn't want nothing.
Right.
But what he wants, what he wants, and what I want to see non-monetary channels have is how is there not a way for Twitch to get their percentage of a sub or whatever, and then the other percentage can go to whatever charity the non-monetary channel wants to raise money for, right? It's the same thing as being the streamer, right? Everybody's still making whatever everybody's getting their piece, and everybody's the community gets to have emotes, and everybody can grow together because of it. But anyway, because of struggle, he has inspired me, and I was like, I want to raise, I want to try to go for 50,000 this year. And he was like, dude, why stop at 50? Like, what's wrong with you, dude? Go for 100. Like, why settle for something when you can shoot for the moon, right? And that's what we're gonna do. So we chose 100,000 this year, and we're already at 43,000. So our goal was $10,000 a month for the next 10 months, and that'd give us 2 months leeway of, like, if we had a slow month or whatever it may be. I am blown away. We're at $43,000 already this year.
That's
we're
incredible.
Already up a month or two,
Right.
And we're staying on that average. And he was right, like, we're already at the 50,000 and we're not even halfway done with the year. So, why not shoot for what bigger than what you want? Because in the end, is what I'm telling everybody on this team and all the new people that want to sign up. Yeah, 100,000 might be our goal. And the reason I chose 100,000, not only because of struggle, is because of one of my biggest inspirations, who has a campaign called Build Against Cancer, and it's Dr. Lupo, and he is the reason I do what I do. And so for me, what I told everybody this year that's signing up to the team is, if we hit $100,000, I'm going to donate a certain percentage at the end of the year to Build Against Cancer. So not only are we going to raise money the whole year and inspire all these newer streamers and people, some of the people on the team don't even stream. They're just social warrior crusaders, and they're just on every day on Twitters, Facebooks, Instagrams, YouTubes, whatever, right? But my goal was to get $100,000 with help from all my friends. So at the end, I can donate a percentage to Build Against Cancer. And that percentage, if we hit $100,000, is going to be $5,000. I haven't really told anybody that, but I want to inspire people to do something maybe outside of the box, something they've never done before, or people on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube or whatever that feel that there's no way I can do it, or nobody's going to help me do this. I want people to be inspired that they can do it. And I want to give them a place to do it at with Good Cause Crusaders. And if we all raise money together at the end, I'll be able to donate more to the one that made me who I am, Dr. Lupo, and Build Against Cancer itself. And I'll do it under the Good Cause Crusaders thing, right? And if we can get $5,000, we're in the running for one of those mouse pads. And I want one of those mouse pads, because here's the thing. So every year, Dr. Lupo does this campaign, and it takes usually around $5,000 to get that mouse pad in the running. You still aren't even guaranteed, right? But it takes usually around $5,000 to be on the top 50 to get in that mouse pad. I want to get that mouse pad so then next year, when we're doing more Tiltify campaigns for St. Jude or whatever it may be, we'll be able to use that as bait for, like, GCX, which is one thing that is so big to me. The guys at Rare Drop, what they're doing, Kevin, Corey, Ben, and Tim, they mean so much to me. And between them and Dr. Lupo made me who I am today, and helped educate me on Tiltify, or on St. Jude. It started 7 years in a bar with the guys at Rare Drop, and now look what GCX is doing.
It's huge.
And so if I can get that mouse pad this year, as a team, we can raffle that off next year for the GCX campaign that we do every year. And that's
awesome.
One of the campaigns that I love the most is the GCX campaign. So,
I can. There are not too many people who are that I've seen as passionate and paying it forward as you are. Like, you've taken the inspiration from Dr. Lupo and the GCX folks, and you are like, I'm going to do that, whether you know it or not, or whether it's intentional or not. You're taking that inspiration, and then you're turning around and you're doing the same thing with your community. And that's what it took. That's rock star status, man. That's
what they did to inspire me, right? So I feel the least I can do for my community, right? Like, I already give back a lot. If you guys have even been in my streams, I have a potty mouth. Most chefs do. And I try not to, but I don't even know I do it half the time, man. It's in me. And I donate every time I cuss. I donate 50 cents, and I've been doing it for almost 7 months now. And I'm spending $400 or $500 a month on donating to St. Jude. And then at the end, I'm still going to donate more. Like, I'm single. I've given my life up for food. I've given my life up to inspire. I don't need it. The kids are the ones that need it. The charity is the one that needs it. Like, what do I need? I just need something. I'll be able to hit this button, go live. And I just need, my food trucks, and I just need my community. Honestly, I don't want all the fancy stuff. So that's the least I can do, is just give back as much as I can,
I think that you nailed it when you said it's something that I see all the time, whether it's, online or support tickets. There are people say, oh no, what happens if I don't hit my goal? And I say, well, keep going.
Yeah, who
It's like,
cares?
don't stop. And
You did a great job.
yeah. And I had a message the other day of somebody who had that question. It's like, what happens to my campaign if I don't hit my goal? And it's like, well, you can leave it open as long as you want. Just keep it going.
Don't unpublish it, right? Like,
right,
as long as you don't unpublish, you can go as long as you want. That's the beauty of it, right?
And I love it. I got a message today saying, oh my God, I hit my goal. What do I do now? And I'm like, well, you can keep going. You can raise your goal.
The same thing.
And it's that same energy that's the energy that keeps people who love to fundraise and help others going.
Yeah. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you hit the goal. At least you're trying. And that's if you try and you educate just one person, then you did your job. Our goal is $100,000. We're at $43,000. That's $3,000 more than I raised last year. That's my goal. You know what I'm saying? I win. There's no losing in this. St. Jude wins. Our community wins. We rallied. We inspired. We educated. All of that already. Like, the years we won. If we hit 100,000, then that's just cherry and whipped cream. Right. We win. We already won.
Absolutely. Well, Steve, I feel like I'm winning alongside you every time I watch your stream.
Thank you, man.
You are a fantastic, leader and community builder and fundraiser, and we're lucky to have you. I cannot wait to share this conversation with the Tiltify community, because they need to see more about food and drink and all the cool things you do.
Food and drink, hands down. And just, like I said, my biggest inspiration is Dr. Lupo and those guys at Rare Drop, man. Like, they've inspired more than they probably even know. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how big or how small you are, we all matter. And it's going to take all of us to raise money for whatever charity it is.
Awesome. Well, we'll definitely talk again soon. I'll drop all the information so folks can watch your stream and enjoy your journey to 100,000 this year. And again, Chef Steve, we appreciate you. I cannot wait. Oh, what's on the menu today? Are you cooking today?
So we have health inspection today. So
okay.
The thing about living in Cleveland is food truck season usually ends around November. And we don't start back up till April. So April 1st is opening day. What I did this year is I've been streaming from the back of the shop, because usually what I do the last 4 years is I'm a chef for the Cleveland Cavs, and I cook for all the players and the owners and the clubs downstairs and things. I didn't go back there this year. Well, obviously last year we all lost our jobs because of COVID, but they started hiring again this year around November. For the season, I chose not to go back, and I chose to stay full-time streaming on Twitch from the shop, to keep inspiring. And I didn't want to, it's not like we lose our community every year when I leave from November to April and just do a few streams a week, maybe from the house or whatever it may be, right? Or our podcast or whatever. But this year I wanted to do something different, so I didn't take the job with the Cavs, and I've literally just been streaming every day from the shop, keeping the community going. And because of it, look, we're at $43,000.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's amazing.
But yeah, it's a blessing, and you guys make it easy for all of us, and I tell so many people about how important Tiltify is. And there's charities that you guys don't team up with, but it's not like it's out of the question, like my buddy Just the Cook, who does stuff for Operation Leadership, and it's a thing for all the veterans. He's trying to get that into Tiltify, and like, even if you don't see your charity on Tiltify, it's not like it can't ever be there.
Right, just let us know. Like let us know, and then let the charity know, because most of the charities that are on our platform are there because communities like yours were like,
exactly,
get in on this platform because look what can happen.
And that's the biggest thing that I feel is not spoken up enough of, is that, some people think, well, this is what Tiltify has to offer. Well, no, it's not. It's like, Are you going to go above and beyond for the charity that you believe in to get them on Tiltify, then to make it easier for everybody to help that charity grow and help raise more money for that charity and support Tiltify and help you guys do what you do? And like, so a lot of people don't realize that if there's something you don't see on there, try to do what you got to do to get it on there. And it can happen.
Right. Show that charity a Chef Steve video of you fundraising from
Yeah.
your food truck and say,
Right.
this happens, and it doesn't have to be gaming.
No.
It can be food and drink. It could be just chatting. It can be creative.
Makers, like the makers, if you crochet or you make wood or art or whatever, it doesn't matter. The music section, the DJs out there on Twitch. Twitch has so many amazing communities. You just gotta, find the one that you fit in with and vibe with it, right?
I love it. Steve, thank you so much for your time today. We'll talk again soon, and good luck on hitting that 100K. I think you're going to be there a lot sooner than you think, to be honest. At this rate.
I think so too. But that's definitely going to break me. I kind of hope it's a while, because I am not ready to just like fall down on the ground and just like embarrass myself, but not really. But
well, we'll clip it and we'll celebrate it.
Right.
All right. You take care of yourself. We'll talk soon.
Bye, guys.